Yo, what is going on, guys? Bexio back, and today we've got a brand new video on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is making history and absolutely destroying its all-time high, and everybody's starting to talk about it again. But the most important thing going on is there is starting to be smart money or institutional money being brought into the space, and that is going to do huge things for Bitcoin and the Bitcoin price, as well as validating this whole market and whole idea of Bitcoin as a whole. So, I'm going to cover a couple of those things. And we can see right here Bitcoin's price over $23,900. It was pushing 24,000. The volatility has been absolutely ridiculous this whole time. So I would not be shocked to see, big Bitcoin move in even nearing $1,000 moves up or down within 1 day's time period. So we are looking for a place where Bitcoin is going to hit its head kind of and find a resistance place. Right now, Bitcoin is in price discovery, so there's no top to it. Obviously, Bitcoin's never been this high of prices. Nobody knows where it might stop and level out. If it's going to stop and level out, or if it might just run up to the predictions that people are making, which is a possibility. So right now we see lots of volatility. If you're going to start getting involved in Bitcoin, I would just say be prepared for a lot of volatility, being up a decent amount 1 day and down the next. So just know that that's going to be what the short term future is like. But you got to look into the people who are been in the space for a while, continue getting in this space, building it up, and doing all of these types of stuff. So those people are like the Raoul Pauls of the world, the Winklevoss twins. You got Michael Saylor, uh, obviously a publicly traded company with micro strategies, buying Bitcoin as a treasury reserve, and he's going on Twitter pushing people like Elon Musk to put some reserve money into Bitcoin from Tesla. Imagine if an S&P 500 company like Tesla starts to get in Bitcoin, it is going to do things and open the door to more S&P 500 companies willing to come into Bitcoin and put their treasuries, at least part of them, maybe even just 1%, to make a huge impact on Bitcoin and the price of Bitcoin and just the future of what Bitcoin could do. So we can see all the people pushing it and doing that types of stuff, which is great to see. We go. I have a few things here of people we're looking at. Right here, you can see the Guggenheim CIO says Bitcoin should be worth $400,000 a coin. They are an investment firm. They obviously their investment team are getting involved in Bitcoin. I think they're getting involved in Bitcoin. But if at least not, they're saying that Bitcoin right now, based on all the money printing, all the scared thoughts of inflation, all of these different types of things, should put Bitcoin at $400,000 a coin. So that is obviously insane. If that happened in 1 year, that would be a great year. I think that it's a possibility. I don't rule it out. Especially when you have people who are considered the smart money investors, the institutional um, crowd coming into Bitcoin. When you have them saying they flip the script, they used to say Bitcoin's worthless, pyramid scheme, Ponzi scheme. Out of it, it's going to nothing. It's worthless. Why does it have value? All those types of things. Now you see them saying Bitcoin could be worth $400,000. So when you see these big flips, you just know being legitimized. Bitcoin as a whole is being legitimized. People aren't being so scared of it, and it's just making huge moves. So I think that this is obviously a great thing for Bitcoin. Super bullish because of obviously just the institutional money coming in. Crazy. Another person, obviously, if you know crypto or watch people talk about crypto and Bitcoin, Raoul Paul. Obviously, this is big from him, anticipating $1 million Bitcoin price in just 3 years. So that's crazy. 3 years for $1 million Bitcoin. I don't know, when you look at all the numbers, it makes sense. Bitcoin to $1 million really does make sense when you think about it. Who knows how long that could take? 3 years is not a long time really for Bitcoin to go from 23,000 million. So that's probably assuming, those big tech companies, Apple, Microsoft, they put some money in Bitcoin, reserves in Bitcoin. Apple, I think, has like $200 billion that they're sitting on that they just haven't used. They've stocked up because of everything on, and they might be looking to use that to grow the company. Maybe put some in Bitcoin as a reserve asset, buy back shares, do all that types of stuff. But we'll see, time will tell. I wouldn't be ashamed or be against $1 million Bitcoin. That'd be crazy. Yours could be a little quick to do that, but obviously you can see this article is a little old, April 25th. I know his most recent stuff. He had an interview and he was asked what he thought about the year 2021 for Bitcoin, what Bitcoin could look like, and he talked about Plan B's um chart. Their stock to flow chart, and obviously brought that up and said their stock to flow chart brings Bitcoin to, I think, like 300,000, over $300,000 per coin in 2021, by the end of 2021. And he said his conservative outlook would be 150,000 per Bitcoin in 2021. So it's going to be, if all these things can come true, which I think that they are, just because big money is getting involved. I don't see a reason why Bitcoin can't get to $100,000 in 2021. Um, just the more the companies that are getting involved have already, broke through that first door. Nobody in the S&P 500 or the publicly traded companies wants to be the first one through the door. So now that MicroStrategy did it and is making a lot of money on their decision, I think a lot of other companies are going to and have been converting some of their treasury into Bitcoin. And then you have the Winklevoss twins who say that their Bitcoin price prediction is $500,000 per coin with a $9 trillion market cap. Obviously, they're comparing this to gold, and I think it's a good chance of happening as well. This is obviously a huge move. This will require lots of companies to come in, lots of people transition from gold to Bitcoin, but it's not impossible. It's something that, if this hype continues and we start to see more companies get involved, that it's probably going to get to that by the end of the 2021, maybe by the end of 2022, maybe more towards that area. But they did say they would see a $500,000 Bitcoin, relatively. You can see right here, Cameron and Tyler, that's the Winklevoss twins, their first names, reiterated their previous statement that Bitcoin would soon have a price of $500,000 or so. By saying soon, what is soon? That's how you kind of cover yourself, I guess. But that within 2 years, Bitcoin to 500,000, that's still insane. That's still a huge jump. And Bitcoin's at these levels going to Raoul Paul's million that he predicted a couple months ago, or talked about a couple months ago, isn't that far out of the ballpark either. So they're going to be huge moves in Bitcoin, I think. Back Bitcoin already broke 24,000. I think its high is 24,200. So if it goes over that, it'll establish a new all-time high. But I think all of this stuff going on, a lot of smart money, institutional money coming in. There's too much. It makes too much sense to be involved in Bitcoin at this point, and there's too much upside to not be involved. So if you want to get involved, obviously do your own research, and the volatility is going to be absolutely insane. So if you don't already have Bitcoin and you want to get involved, just know that there's going to be a good chance that you could be up one day and then down the next, and have a down streak and then a huge up day and a down day and then a huge up streak, and it's just going to be very volatile from this point moving. So guys, let me know what you think of Bitcoin. Are you involved in Bitcoin, and do you agree with these people's predictions for Bitcoin? Winklevoss at 500,000 soon, Rauol Paul at 1 million within 3 years. His next year is 150,000 to 300,000. or the Guggenheim investment firm saying Bitcoins are worth 400,000 or should be worth $400,000 per coin. And as always, guys, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe button. We are on our path to 1,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys in my next video.